whatever, has the needs. And if you guys, when you're done, if you can upload your template for your campus to the folder that Jessica created, that would be amazing.
Wait, I feel like I'm missing an email.
What?
Oh, so I don't need to do anything?
Has the needs? No,
Yeah.
you do. You need to update it for Tuesday. But yours, I uploaded yours, the one that you gave me, but you need to upload, you need to update it by Tuesday.
I give up. I don't know what's, every time, guys, it works prior, but then.
I do too.
Should we all text them?
I'm texting right now. PJ, text them. Find it. Where's my, there it is.
Oh no, she leaves in the beginning of the meeting, so.
And Jeremy's praying, so.
Gosh.
Let somebody else pray, so we can get this party started. Okay.
Jesus, we love you. We're so thankful that we get to be here. I'm so thankful I get to be with these people and learn from them and work with them every day. Please bless our time together, make it productive, and help us to work on renewing reputations of us and our leadership, of our campuses, and of our teams. We love you, and we pray.
Yep.
Amen.
Amen.
Well,
No shooties.
Okay. Well, I'll go on to some not as important stuff.
can we all just FaceTime in? Like, I don't know what's going
All
on.
right, who,
I give up.
who do you want me to do? I could do Charlotte.
FaceTime Charlotte. I'll FaceTime Colleen.
Alright, so slap bracelets.
You do Brandon?
I'll put those
Who has
in.
Brandon's number?
We've already
I
put
do.
a project request in for them.
Stop racing.
Yes. They've already been designed and ordered, and Kelly is a price ninja.
She really is.
Because
She's like our secret weapon.
All right. Brandon, just stay right there. I don't know. Brandon's on, but no one else is.
Brandon's on, Colleen.
I'm gonna try to flip you.
So Brandon's on. We just need.
Okay.
Has anybody else texted Courtney? I'll text Courtney.
I texted Courtney.
I texted all three of them.
We all texted them.
Okay.
Hello.
We have
anybody else
Charlotte.
in there? Yay, hey Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Oh, wait, I probably should do it this way, huh?
Based on Colleen.
That was.
So many. So they're gonna order.
Yes.
She's a price ninja.
She's a price ninja. Kelly's a price ninja. We have ordered slap bracelets to replace the sunglasses for the first time guest gift. Hey Colleen. So slap bracelets are replacing sunglasses for first time guest gift, but we're not gonna do that until they are all gone.
Yep.
We actually were gonna hold off on ordering them because we didn't need them yet. And then Kelly, I'm sorry. Hold on. Hello? Yes? Hey Shay. I'm
Say
good.
hi to Charlotte.
I hate
Yes.
Google Air. I submitted it through Samantha. Yeah.
How
Thanks,
cute
thanks,
PJ
Shay.
is.
Okay.
Oh, hey guys.
Oh, look, he's here.
We texted
Email.
We all texted
email.
Jessica's email that said, please read.
Calendar invite says,
It was actually in bright red.
Calendar
gold.
invite.
well, we
From
just
her.
got a thing that also said updated group BP at 11:15.
Yeah, we got a lot.
I don't know why it's
of
11.
I don't. I hate technology right now. I don't know what's going on.
Sorry, guys.
What? That's okay, we're
We figured it
here.
was technology fail. No big deal. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish this and then we'll go backwards. So eKid slap bracelets are going to replace sunglasses. We're gonna go through all the sunglasses first. So before you start pulling slap bracelets, make sure that you take sunglasses. We'll put these behind when they come in. We'll put them behind. Sunglasses are like 37 or 47 cents or something like that each, and the slap bracelets started at $119 each.
Holy cow.
Yes. And Kelly negotiated, got them down to 89 cents each.
Yeah, Kelly.
And then, we were still gonna hold off, and they said, if you'll order them today before 5 p.m., we'll give you another 15 cents off. And so she said, yes, so we ordered them. So they're within reason, they're a little bit more expensive, but they're still within a range that was good for us. So they'll be coming in, but don't pull them yet until we've gone through all of the
That's great.
sunglasses. eKids budget, I don't know when that's coming out. It's not come out from finance. I'll get it to you as soon as I,
Just gotta spend money.
yeah, just spend money. I would just base, I think the only ones that should be significantly affected are Weddington, Providence, and Blakeney, because your years are changing. So, so those are the three. I think everybody else should probably just operate on the budget that you had. If you're Colleen, you had no budget, and so spend away, Colleen.
Woo! Go, Colleen!
So just continue to operate as your numbers that you had last year. I would say if there is any changes, it's probably very minimal. And then, I would say for the same thing for Providence, Weddington, and Blakeney as well. Just operate on your numbers, and then as soon as I know anything, I will let you know. All right. We're gonna go through. At some point, I'm gonna have to leave whenever I get a call. So I'm gonna go through the stuff that I need to go through, and then Courtney and Sarah have stuff, so they're gonna talk about. Yeah. February 5th, night of worship. So as of right now, there's a 50-50 shot that we won't be doing childcare at all.
Oh my gosh, that's so amazing! Holy cow! Really?
Well, it was supposed to happen, and then yesterday something changed, and so literally yesterday at like 3 o'clock something changed, and when really what happened is worship found out they were going to pay for all the babysitters. It wasn't going to come out of our budget. And
That's funny.
And like finance knew, Elia knew, Elia worked with finance. They had a code for us. I have the code on there. But then when Frank was talking to Wade yesterday during some league team stuff, it came out like, do we really need these sitters? We always fill it up, whether we have them or not, for things like praise party and all this stuff. Do we really need them? And then he's like, it gets really expensive. We haven't really done it at 4 locations with pay sitters across the board. And Larry was like, oh, where's that money coming from? Oh,
Yeah.
your budget. Oh, okay. So right now it's like 50-50 shot that we may or may not do it. I will know today after 2 o'clock. So that's when I'm supposed to know. So I will email you as soon as I do know whether we're going to be doing
Yeah.
childcare.
No childcare.
I know, right?
I know.
So, okay. So as far as so there's the code. If we do childcare, there's your code. So it's $10 an hour. Your assigned locations are the same as they were at Praise Park. So whatever your locations, wherever your campus was assigned to is where you'll go for this. Do you have a question?
I do have a question.
Okay.
If we decide that we are going to have childcare, because we're paying them, are we not going to try to get them a recording, or are we going to try to do something
I have
extra?
asked Elia for a recording, a link, a bunch of stuff, and she said, yeah, that all sounds great. So
I wonder if we could even get a link and just sit like a mat or a tablet in every room
Right.
with it just playing in the room.
right.
That would
Rooms
be
that-
awesome.
Rooms that have TVs can have a
Yeah,
I
live
said the
TV
exact same thing. I
and
was
just a
like,
tablet or
can
something.
we
That big
even?
old
Yeah.
chicken tablets.
Yeah, I said, because it's worship, so you could listen
Yeah,
to it,
enjoy
you could
it.
listen to it and enjoy it
That would be
without being
awesome.
distracting.
It's
So,
really great.
yeah, and because it is truly, a worship and it wouldn't be distracting, and because we're paying childcare, we're not doing programming, it shouldn't interfere whatsoever. So I agree with that. I mean, I started asking her this when we brought it up, 2 months ago? And so, and then everything changed yesterday. So, I'll
Tell
let
her you're
you
going
know.
to kill her.
Okay, next question is,
Yeah.
if there's not childcare, will we still roll into a juggernaut type event where we're still responsible for a juggernaut type?
I don't know. That's the next logical
that's-
question. I mean, I think that I don't think it would be a juggernaut event. I think it would just be paid childcare, and it would just be for staff kids.
Can we
So-
vote for that?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be.
Yeah.
We don't have enough time for juggernaut level.
And honestly, at that point too, we would probably just pay for sitters to go to staff members' homes.
Yes.
Instead of bringing
I think it makes more
I
sense to
think
just do
right.
that as well.
I agree.
So that's what I'll advocate for. All right. Where do I want to go next?
Karen,
Can I ask a question, a clarification thing too? Is it expected that all eKids staff, if there's childcare, is helping with childcare?
No. Yes.
What?
What?
We're organizing, but we are not
One
missing the
person.
night.
Yeah, there needs to be a director that's in charge. But if
That's
you're,
out.
but if you, like, so you are gonna be going somewhere else.
Which I already told her.
Right, so there doesn't need to be four, yeah, we're going to play. So we don't need 4 directors or 5 directors, so you can go in and enjoy it. You're going in anyways, right? I mean, I just feel like you need 1 or 2 directors to oversee the sitters. But other than that, like, I mean, if you can go in, then go in. I don't think that if you can't, then you can't. I don't know, you could even, I would even be okay with you hiring a point person. Like, anytime I did anything, I'd hire Lindsay Gallagher and be like, hey, Lindsay, can you run the night? She'd be like, sure. I'm okay with you doing that too, like, if you want to do that. You just have to find someone super responsible to do that and then pay them to be there. Oh, and don't let people at Hannah, don't let people at Hannah volunteer and not get paid.
Oh, absolutely
So
not.
pay them. Even if you've got a volunteer that is going to be there helping you manage that night, you need to pay them as well.
Interns, we put an intern request for your child.
We could, yeah.
Yes.
I just don't know if,
Are they gonna already?
yeah, I just don't know if they'll
assignments
already
for the
have.
night?
Could we at least have our own interns?
Yeah.
At the very least,
Yeah.
have kids in
Yeah, no, I think that's a given. We'll have our at least hours. Why don't you, who's in charge of interns now? Ben still? Just why don't you, why don't somebody, Sarah, you email Ben and ask him what the plans are and just the way that you approach it, talk as if we know we'll have our interns. So that he already assumes that we know that we're having them. But hey, are other interns assigned on this night? And just see. Right.
And then something else that we've started reaching out, or we're in the process of reaching out to, the Hines that were here the last 2K2
West.
Kansas and West, they've taken a position at Cove Church, which is about 20 minutes. So working with them to see if we can even get their volunteers or background check to come and cover us, and they're still paid, but then you're not using your volunteers.
That's fine, as long as you've got a clear background check on people. I mean, I don't care if you use Sitter City, as long as you've got a background check on it, because it's paid childcare. That's all it is.
Mhm.
So that's fine. I still think that it's good to have a
Point person.
that we trust, that we know.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna go through Valentine's and then parent receipt too, real quick, and then I'll let Courtney and Sarah take over the rest because I feel like at some point I'm gonna get called away. Okay. Let's talk parent receipt. So I talked with Ray and about what we can do. Remember us talking about the bracelets, about how we can have a bracelet, or how do we identify? Because even at Lake Norman, you have to show your key tag, but so many people have key tags. If you've ever volunteered, you have a key tag. So and that's not really a good indicator of whether they have a child back in E-Kids or not. And so what we can do, and it's not something that would happen like next week, it would have to be something that we decided, okay, this is the date, starting this date, we're gonna do it. But what we can do is print a receipt. We can program it to print a receipt. So it just would print one additional label and it would have the date really big on that receipt, and it's a parent receipt. So they would flash that parent receipt to get into E-Kids. So they wouldn't use their key tag anymore. They would use this receipt to get back in.
Yeah, I like that.
And the date is on there, so it's only good for that day. So if you're picking up that day, and it would just automatically print with every name tag that was printed out.
That's great.
Yes, it is.
They still pick up with the keyboard too then?
Yeah, they still pick up with the orange key tag, 'cause that was.
That's just allowing access back.
But I asked Ray, and he said that it could also, he believes he can also put the number on the parent receipt. So they should be able to pick up with either or. And that's a bigger conversation where do we even want to introduce that in, or do we still just do pick up and this is just how you get in, or is it allowed to do the parent receipt or that? And so my first question to you, and this is where this all starts, is do you like that idea? Is it too much work? Is it an extra step that's going to be confusing, or what do you think?
So what problem is it trying to solve? Is it parents coming in at the end of the experience? We're
Mm-mm.
limiting
No,
that flow, or
It's
parents
anybody coming
Trying
in
to
that
solve,
has
I'm a
that
volunteer and I
orange.
want to get into an E-Kids area, so I flash my orange badge because I know that's what will get me there, even though I'm not a parent.
Yeah, it's more a security concern
Okay.
because yeah, you all know, because you all have really good security. But there are a lot of campuses that don't have really good security, and you can walk back there, and if you just show your tag, then
Where are they going? Like, where are people trying to
For us,
go?
they're trying to get up to the storage area, that's for the entire campus.
Okay,
That's located in the E-Kids area upstairs.
okay.
So this is
Or to the
happening,
vending machine, which is also upstairs.
so this is happening during the worship experience then, and that's the
Yes.
biggest issue. It's not like when parents are coming to pick up.
no, No, I mean, but it would work the same. So at Lake Norman, every parent, even to go into the eKids wings, has to show security their tag. But we don't know if those people are actually, or if they're just using a shortcut, because it's shorter to go through the side door out of here than it is to, so we don't know if they are just, at some point they had a key tag or whatever. And so, or they're just taking that shortcut. This would eliminate that. So any excess traffic that you have, they have to be a parent picking up. It would also eliminate grandparents in your hallways, that kind of stuff, because the person that has it is the one that can pick it up. And it'll print with every child. So if you have 2 parents and they have 2 children to pick up, then, you know, that kind of thing.
Jessica.
Brandon, did you say something?
Yeah, quick question. We are that don't have solid campus in place. Who can I connect with Charlotte? Who would be a good contact?
What?
I
Type
can't
it out.
hear you.
Chat. Text it.
Say that again, Brandon.
Hey, Nicole, I typed it.
You typed it?
You typed it.
You typed it, so
For this.
Karen.
I'm
Oh,
done.
his hair is really pretty. Oh, you look great.
Beautiful.
He said, can you ask who the best contact is for campus safety in Charlotte? What's up, Brandon?
Do we ask? Say it again.
He said, can you ask or tell me who the best contact is for campus safety in Charlotte?
From
Oh.
an eKids standpoint or like contacting
Yeah,
campus
so
safety volunteers?
E-Kids or like general campus safety?
Well, both. Like, who can I connect our campus safety teams with in Charlotte to?
Buck, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Buck.
it's Buck Bueller.
But okay, so Buck would be okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so do you all like this receipt or do not like this receipt?
I think if we do the receipt, the number needs to be on it, that they can pick up with that
Mhm.
too. Probably because they're gonna be fumbling through their first step. Do I have the receipt? Do I have a tag? What do I do when I get to just to make it streamline go a little quicker?
We'll have to also think through VIP process because VIPs won't have it printed, so we'll have to just consider that. Do we just?
But they have a.
So they have the
tag
card
anyway,
that
so
they
it's
can hold up.
Oh, that's right. There,
And
yeah.
no random person.
Yeah, that's true. So they would just flash that. So we would just tell them, like, just show this to get back to.
The only concern I would think about if there's a number on the card is if they lose it, then anybody can pick that up and use it, you know? Like,
I mean, the
we
same
don't
with
want
the key tag though, so.
but normally the
it's
key
tags.
tags on the keys, like you don't,
Yeah, I can
you
see that.
wouldn't drop, like if I have a notebook, I might put that tag in the front of my notebook or something, or I put it in my pocket or something and it could come out. I don't know if that would be the
The printing from,
safest.
okay, just follow my little train of thought here. So they're printing from zebra printers, right? They're
Mhm.
sticky tags.
Yes.
What would be a loss if a parent put that on
Right,
their
that's
shirt?
what I was-
Someone knows their name, people
Yeah.
know their name in the worship experience, or at least
Yeah.
connecting with people. It's not a horrible idea to say, hey parents, you put this on too. That way it's easier for us
That's
to
good.
manage.
I like
that.
that.
that idea.
I do.
That's a great
I
idea.
mean, I know we don't identify people in the worship experience,
It's
but it's
so
like
we're
the worst thing
connected.
ever.
Yeah.
That way we know the parents' names. when they
I
come to
love
pick up.
that.
But it won't have the parents'
It
name.
won't have the parents' name.
Well, the parents' name.
No.
What, you
It
just
would
don't
have
wanna do
the
that?
kids'
But I mean,
name.
that makes it really easy for security too, like they're just looking.
Yep.
Who has the name
But
tag?
I still like the idea.
Is there, but is
then
there not a
there's
way,
other
if we're
people, right?
creating that little like print from scratch, is there not a way to put like the household name
Possibly.
on there?
Like just miss.
I mean, if we can put the number on there, we should be
In the
able
worship
to. say
experience,
that.
that's not
Hmm.
good to have name tags on for like camera shots.
I would say like, it shouldn't look anything like a volunteer name tag. If anything, it really just does need to say parent receipt.
It's super generic. So it's all in the center. The date is really big.
Yeah.
On it. And then, there's like a little bit of stuff underneath it. So it's more about the date because that's the most important part.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the person needs to know if they're allowed to get back there today.
Right.
And so,
We won't be at that, we wouldn't be able to wear them at Lake Mead. They wouldn't want in the bowl something with the date really big on it.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
take our, like,
Cameras,
Sure,
yeah.
Yeah.
sure.
so what, yes, no, what do you think, Erin?
We don't have a problem that we're trying to solve with it. So to me, it feels like one extra thing. I think if I was in Sarah's position and I had a reoccurring issue, this would be a solution. And so for us, I just don't feel like we have people trying, not that we don't, but nobody trying to fake it. Like, we have some people that come back and,
Yeah, because you don't have
but
reasons.
we don't
you
have people
reasons for
trying to
that.
fake getting back and using the
Yeah.
key tag to, and so I feel like if a parent receipt was being printed out, if I was solving that problem with it, I would love parent wearing it, having the number on it, and me being able to use that as checkout as well. But I can't have them wear it at Blakeney. And so it's not solving a problem, and it actually creates a new issue for me for what do I do if they don't wear it? Like Nicole said, I could see them just being on the floor. And does that mean somebody could pick it up and check it out? Which then means I can't use receipts for checkout, which then means we're just printing out something extra that's not really even useful for us.
Right.
So we will go through labels quicker, and parents will have one more thing to fumble with because it's not initially solving the problem.
Why don't we
Is
do
it
this?
an all or nothing thing?
That's the way, the way that, Ray presented to me was it was an all or nothing thing. But I don't think that, hold on.
I know.
But-
I see you did that. Goes to
But I do think that, we could test it. So I mean, I think it's like we need to decide yes or no, we wanna do it or we don't. But I think we could test it. So like if we could pick 2 locations and just test it for a month and see if it works and if we like it. I would probably pick like Norman to test it and Uptown to test it because I feel like you two have the most significant problems and you're differing in size. So I mean, that would show me, is it a problem? Does it create more additional problems for you?
Yeah.
Does it help you? That kind of thing. And if we can prove that it's not really helpful at Lake Norman, but it's incredibly helpful at Uptown, then maybe we have a case to build with Ray that it's not an all or nothing thing. This is an option for different campuses. So why don't we do this? Is everybody up? Are you good to try it?
Yeah.
You're good to try it?
I can try anything.
Awesome. Okay. Now your question.
Question: why can't we just have an e-kids tag? E-students have the tag. Why can't we
I
have
already
that?
talked to them. They said no.
Because
That
then
was Sarah's first question. And
they get older,
Well,
fifth
and
grade,
but
and they
the
turn it
thing
in.
is, it's something that we could possibly work toward in the future, correct?
Yeah.
It's something
Once
that-
we get e-students, technical
Yeah.
coaches work.
I mean, that would solve all of this, right?
yes.
I don't think it's I think that solves some things, but then also creates, I've got an e-kids tag and everybody in my household checks in on it. Oh, but I've still got 3rd grader, but now Joey's just become a 6th grader, so Joey's gotta have, I mean, I guess Joey's got his own student tag anyway, but I don't think we've fixed the student tag issue. I
Right.
think we're still living
Right.
on
Yeah, that's what
we
Frank,
are.
and that was,
student tags.
I mean, as
That's
soon as
not
I
solved.
said to Frank, so what do you think about an e-kids tag? He said, nope, we're not even talking about it. And I was like, okay, because he's not happy about
Yes,
the way
it's
the
raised the
student
students'
tag.
It's still a problem.
Yeah,
so.
and so we're not gonna go there yet, but I do think this is a step in a possible direction.
Yeah.
So let's do this. Let's plan on it, and I'll get with you all later, and we can
Perfect.
determine when we want to test it. Okay.
Got
Last thing for me is Valentine's. So I sent info to Courtney and Cassie. They'll be prepped. So it's not really anything for you to do, just something fun to tell you that's coming, because it'll come with it'll come in your bins, prepped team will prep them and everything. But we're gonna have Valentine's. We've never printed them out before, so we're gonna actually print them out this year. They're Quest are gonna have Quest themed Valentine's. Motion are gonna have Finders themed Valentine's, and they're gonna get 1 sheet of Valentine's. So it'll have 8 Valentines on it, and then the downloadable file will be on the website because we know 8 is not enough because every kid has like 20, 30 kids in their classroom. And so the parents are then going to get a business card that says, be a golden parent, download more, and then we're going to probably give them a gold coin or a fool's gold or something. But anyways, we're going to do something we're going to give the parents. But they're going to be printed this year. So it's just fun. It's like it's a fun little thing. But they'll go out at the end of the day, just like all of your other curriculum. Like you'll hand them out. But the business cards, it's really important that the business cards go to the parents, not with, you can't give the kid the business card. The business card has to go in the hand of the parent. And we're actually doing a photo shoot, and Forbes came up with some amazing, I swear, I think you should just be like a card writer.
A Hallmark person.
Yes.
I could do that.
I was really struggling
I
with
think
a
I missed
couple
my
of
call.
Valentine phrasing, because we want it to be like, not so much romantic, you know?
It's true. It's hard not to do romance.
It is.
That's really
It is,
funny.
but we wanted it to be fun or whatever, and I was struggling, and I had this one, like, keep it inside, and Forbes just was like, We landed on the one. I went with the one. Here's looking at you.
or something.
Here's looking at you with
Yeah.
Charlie holding the chess piece. Isn't that awesome? But anyway, so those are coming out.
Yeah, kill it.
We will hand them out on the weekend of
Valentine's.
Before.
Valentine's falls on a Sunday, so
It is.
yeah, so it will be the weekend
Weekend
before
before.
that, so that they can use them for their costume parties.
So good.
Yes. Okay.
Which is the
This-
anniversary weekend.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
don't have
Okay,
much
so that's all I have. The other things that we're gonna talk about are e-group numbers, a 10-year anniversary, that's Courtney, and then background checks, that's Sarah. So Courtney, you go first with your stack of papers.
Yes. So I have you can take one of these packet things that has everybody. I started doing this, but I don't have quests. So if you want them, you can have them, but it has all the campuses. So the most recent, this is January 2nd and 3rd, and then January 9th and 10th. If you want them, I'll print question ones too, so you can compare. But this is just, this is Blakeney, all the dates, and this is everybody for one weekend. And so it's the same exact information, just different format. I don't know what you want me to talk about with this. This is kind of here's an update
That's
of your
fine.
numbers.
That's fine. Okay, so some of us are making progress. Some of us are going, we're in reverse. Let me see something. All right, so our goal, what we told Jesse was to give it one more month. We're now halfway through January. Feedback, what do you think? Do you see anything?
We've just, it says we don't have record attendance, but we do because we can never get to opening weekend, but our numbers are just exploding. And so but good news is we have 354 new volunteers that we're plugging in the next 3 weeks. And I'm teaching E101. So chances are we're gonna get a lot of, hopefully, E-kids, but.
Has anybody, I know it's through the holidays, I know, but has anybody had any success in stepping into E101 and kind of assisting in that? Has anybody done that?
No, but Cassie's taking over it up till now.
All
It's
right,
gonna take Colin there to get them.
that's awesome.
And I've also been talking to certain areas that have consistently been not enough people, or we aren't getting the right people, we send us people, but they're young, or they're just not right. And so my large group coordinator that we just installed, he's really passionate. He's like, can I go to E101 and just talk about it and talk about why I love this production? And then my coordinator was like, I want to talk about why I love storytelling. I'm like, yes. And then my clubhouse coordinator I met with her yesterday, and she's like, can I go to E101 and just talk about clubhouse? And I'm so passionate about it. I want and do it in all of E101. So I feel like that will be helpful. I don't know. Yeah.
How does that work for E101? I feel like ours must be structured a little bit differently.
I just
When do you
know
just
my
walk in and
coordinator,
start talking?
so I just
I think
work
you
with
should,
her.
I think you should talk to them and say when I need volunteers, I have significant needs right now, I'm being held accountable for it. I need time to talk about E-kids in E101, how can we make that happen? I know that you're not quite as direct as I am, but you're gonna have a conversation with her on the front end and say, I gotta get in there, they gotta see my face, I gotta tell them the need, because you can sell it better than anyone else can sell it.
So having you guys manage that whenever, as soon as they hear E-kids is coming in, now parking wants to come in, now operations, and now all 20 areas are well, you
I
let
think
them.
you can make a schedule with your E101 coordinator, but something else that I've done in the past too is I'll send East Side Taylor Fisk do it all the time, is she would go in beforehand while people are arriving and she would greet them.
Yes.
She would identify oh, I'm gonna talk to you and be your friend, and now we're best friends and you're gonna come serve at E-kids because you love me. So send a couple of your really
Yes.
outgoing, awesome people
Yes.
in beforehand
Yes.
to make relationships before the class even starts.
There should be a mingling time before where you can have usually have coordinators, leaders going and
And it's usually before the work experience starts.
Yeah,
so.
before the E101 starts at all. There's the part.
So they're
two
helping.
now. But then with part two, when they do the, so once they decide they want to volunteer, they say for part two, at Blakeney we do it, I go in just to receive the, because they kind of treat it like we're the ones there. So I go in to receive E-kids people, because since we can't do an E-kids tour, or for other areas, if they sign to be a greeter and usher, they shadow right there on the spot. E-kids we can't do that because background checks and all that. So I go in and I take all E-kids people and then I give them a like verbal tour, like this is what Safari does, this is what
I know.
Quest does, in front of those people.
And you can also, we've been doing tours. We background check everyone at the beginning in that first process. So by the time it gets to the shadow, everyone's background check has already come through. And if it hasn't been cleared, then our E101 team will just say, hey, I need you to hang back. And then in private, they'll just say, hey, if you want to eat kids, we got to wait for your background check to come through. But then we're able to give a tour and even like that hands-on experience stuff too.
I guess our schedule is different because a lot of times I'll get the people interested in the kids like whenever it's checkout, which is the worst time for them to come on our hallway.
Yeah. Yeah.
In one.
Yep. I mean, I'm getting kids at 10:15. Mine's 10:15.
Yeah, they don't see either.
Like,
so
never.
ours is like, ours is in kindergarten.
It's like,
Oh,
mine's
yeah.
not right. People just aren't checking this.
But then,
No, I
PJ,
don't
you
know
just
about
need to talk to
theirs,
your
but-
team too, because how we've been doing the structure for the last 3 months is I will come in and Brennan or Scott will come in and Chad will come in. Instead of having the one-on-one person to walk through the different areas, Chad walks through production, I walk through E-Kids, Brennan walks or Scott walks through guest services. So we're able to add a little bit. And Chad does a great job of like even encouraging people to go to E-Kids production and get some like basic training, and so it's really great.
I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna take to get them to.
You need to
remove
take
it.
this report to her and say, look, this is what I'm being helped out for, and I can't do anything about it because you won't help me
And
out.
throw it in her
And if,
face.
and if Frank needs to like have a conversation with
Yeah,
her,
yeah.
then, because that's crazy. I explained it to her
Yeah.
clearly.
See, I don't know if it's a Cindy or if it's a Ray thing.
I don't think it's a Ray thing. I think it's a Cindy thing.
Okay.
She still seemed what you know in that email. She still seemed
Yeah.
push back on it about
Yeah.
when I emailed her.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay, so just a couple of idea suggestions. So like I told Jeremy, I feel like this number, it's not like there's one problem
Yeah.
that is at all locations. There are multiple different problems. Jeremy has a problem of people not checking in Places Providence, everybody knows who they are and whatever. So Jeremy's solution has to be, I'm literally going to walk up to them and say, have you checked in? I'm going to fill in right now for you to go check in. Go check in right now.
Yep.
And so that's going to be your solution to your problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like you are a master at E101. So like if I'm you, I'm just going to E101.
Yeah.
You get people. Like when you
Oh,
go
yeah.
in there, you walk out with like 25 people.
Yeah.
And so, and just put them, I would close everything.
Yeah.
Except for Quest and Motion. And if they end up hating it, we can put them somewhere else.
Yeah.
But they may end up loving it, and
Yeah.
they wouldn't have signed up for that to begin
Yeah.
with. So close everything and be like, we
Yeah.
need Quest and Motion. Here's what we need.
Yeah.
And then recruit them. So like, I think it's just a different approach. So
Yeah.
if you need help on coming up with an approach on just email me and you and I can personally talk, because I feel like it's different. Like for you, your numbers are looking better, like significantly better. You've made a lot of progress. You still got that 11:30 Quest experience that is just crazy. But so right now, just knowing, okay, let me get 11:30 Quest. That is where I'm at. So right now, I am going to fully focus on 11:30 Quest.
Yeah.
Whether that means that I have to ask someone to serve 9:30 and 11:30 and attend at one of the other ones, whatever it means that I have to do to get that 11:30 Quest. And then eventually that problem will fix, and then you can move on to the other problems that are a little less as urgent as that one problem. So I just want to
I have a question.
yes.
Will you send that document of numbers to us who are not in the room?
Yes.
So we can see where we stand.
Yes, I apologize. I thought that you already had it. That's why I was holding it up to Roanoke because his was looking better. Yes, can you send
I
that?
just don't know where I'm standing right now, so
You're probably standing in the Raleigh office.
Are you sitting in the Raleigh office?
And you're probably standing on the promises of Jesus.
What?
will that be emailed to us?
Nope. This is all I got.
Standing. Take a screenshot.
Yes,
Showing.
you're gonna get it too, okay?
Why will it not be mailed to us?
We're joking with
Calm down.
you. We're joking with you.
I cannot tell. There's so much noise going on.
Yes,
Thank you
Courtney's
so much.
Courtney's going to email you your stuff. Your numbers look decent, except for, I mean, they're not that good, but they're not awful, except for motion, especially the 9:30. Well, you know that. You know that.
I know that. Well, I mean, really this weekend we were way out.
Okay, so if you want to talk with me strategy about what your specific problem is at your campus, then just shoot me an email and we'll talk strategy. Do you want me to ask for, okay, here's the thing. I could ask for another month from Jesse. I can. But I can't keep asking for another month without saying I need to commit to her at some point. So do you want me to ask to go through February? Or do you want it to be like, no, I'm going to take care of this in 2 weeks or 1 month from now or whatever it is? What do you want?
We're launching a 130 worship experience, so so honestly,
And it won't work anywhere else, but it'll work at University.
yes,
If nobody arrives till that time anyways.
yes,
Okay.
but
What does everybody else think?
I'm gonna take care of mine.
If I can just get my dudes to check in.
I'm gonna go.
I got like 6 and 2.
I think I'm just gonna fire all my coordinators if they don't like get their spots filled. Like, just joking.
What were you gonna say? She's
Well,
gonna
just-
say F word. Did everybody else hear that?
Fire. She said fire. Fire and
I don't
food.
know yet where all the people that are gonna be attending 101.
I said that to I said that
I don't know
to
yet where they're gonna land.
to Michaela. I said, Michaela, we need 2 more by the end of the month.
Get a few.
She said, we have 3 signed up, but
Let's
you
not
want
put off till
okay.
March.
Okay,
Let's
good
do
job.
it 1 month from right now.
Say I knew I
So-
could count on you.
So
on
we're
Sunday.
gonna have a 2-week meeting, and then we're gonna have we're gonna look at the
I
so
totally forgot.
hey, I wanna pull this again in 2 weeks when we come out together.
We were not going to
Yeah.
call.
So we're
But
gonna
we
what
go
we're
to our recommit process and the
Yes.
decided.
yes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna shoot from 1 month from right now. So 4 or 5 weeks from right now. Mid-February, it's going to all be taken care of. We're gonna look at it again in 2 weeks to see if you can make any progress. And then that last final will be 2 weeks beyond that. So 1 month from now, 1 month from now. 1 month! We're gonna have this dialed in and we're gonna be able to tell Jesse, here's where we're landing, okay?
Great.
Yeah.
All right, great.
Can I get an intern from Saturday nights? That would really help my ratio right now, the next couple months.
You're funny. All right, 10-year anniversary, go. That's you.
Yes.
We're not getting cookies.
We're just getting cookies, not from that place. We're getting them for $1 instead. So 10-year anniversary, we were in our emotion meeting this week, our weekly curriculum meeting, talking about what we can do in eKids to weave in the 10-year anniversary. That day we're starting a new series that's not our own. It's we're calling it Motion Presents Superbook. There's just 3 weeks of Superbook curriculum. We've used them before. That's like the really fancy cartoons. And we're teaching on the 10 Commandments, which we're like, hey, 10 Commandments, 10-year anniversary. Whatever. But we just wanted your guys' input of like what are some fun or ideas of how we can weave in like still celebrate 10th anniversary within eKids, so it's not just adults celebrating, but at their level. Because so in the main life experience they're doing like, I don't know how involved all of you are with like knowing what's happening.
Just us.
But so in the main watch experience, they're doing this like, there's like a 10-year documentary thing. And so we're like working with Cherish to see what's the content of that. Is it something we could show it or show a clip of it to kids, or is it like way above them? They're doing a baptism element where they're having one person from every year since the church started who's been baptized on stage. So like, could we do something like that? Or any other, like any idea to celebrate 10th anniversary, like it could be cakes or cupcakes, or we're looking at getting, like Norman just had their 2-year anniversary and did little number 2 cookies that you saw on Nicole's Instagram were super cute. Looking at getting number 10 cookies to everybody. Forbes, can you explain what we talked about yesterday about like the ideas we had yesterday? And then we just want you to like build off of those, like what are other fun ideas, brainstorm?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously we're still in the brainstorm stage, but we're thinking like decorations in motion. We're thinking of, host wearing crazy costumes that day. I mean, we're just thinking like, hey, what can we do to make this more special? So everything that we're going to do is going to be slanted towards like the 10-year anniversary. We're playing games. We'll be doing some album release stuff in motion, glow sticks, just big party atmosphere feels. So we're just wondering like, hey, is this something that directors individually want to get in on? What are you guys going to do up front? But programming stuff hasn't been like nailed down. Like I said, we're still kind of waiting on creative, seeing what we can come up with. But we just want to put it on you guys' mind. Hey, this is coming up. We're making a big deal about it in motion, not so much Quest, but we're definitely making a big deal about motion. So is there something we could do up front to greet parents with this
That's
stuff?
good.
Well, because kids don't understand the concept of anniversary as much as they understand like the concept of birthday. Is that why you're thinking party? Like,
Oh, yeah.
I think it's easier for it to be like, oh, it's Elevation's birthday, like, and for kids,
Yeah.
double digits is huge.
Right.
So they can relate to that. I feel
Right.
like more than they can relate to like having a 10-year anniversary. Like, you know, it's
Right.
like it's our 10-year birthday. We're hitting the double digits. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like hyping that.
Yeah.
Could it even
I don't
be
know if
E-Kids
that's-
10-year birthday?
Like,
E-Kids
happy birthday,
10-year birthday.
kids.
Mhm.
Here's
I
your
do
double
too.
digits.
Elevation's
That's what
10-year
they relate
anniversary,
to.
E-Kids birthday.
Yeah.
That feels,
Kid's birthday.
And we're shouting all about it.
I love that.
That's a good one.
I do
love
too.
that.
E-Kids birthday.
E-Kids is turning 10, E-Kids 10 birthday.
So,
Give them all horns to go in the car.
oh yeah, on the way out.
You're
I think I'm a
On the
little
way
high
out,
right
lots of
now.
noise.
No,
Lots of
on the way
noise.
out.
Yeah, lots of noise.
Like I went to bed at 12 and woke up at
Yep.
4.
Is this you?
Man, that gets me so excited.
No,
Birthday
no.
party.
I was gonna say, can you just
Can
take
we
a
have
swig?
those little
Take a
poppers
swig.
like they had today?
Mhm.
We need that. We need the poppers. Like,
No way.
No.
I can't flip a room with that all over it.
Yeah, no.
You don't have to. And the reason we had them today is because Jamie pulled them at your praise party because she thought it was crazy to give those kids.
Did we have them today?
Yeah, the ones that were used
Yeah,
today,
yeah.
they were for your praise party. And Jamie
Oh.
why?
She
How did I
wanted
miss
them up.
that?
Did you see a kid just
That's
drew
right.
someone in the
You take
face
them
2
off.
feet away?
Oh, yeah, they're all in my yard.
Oh,
Yeah.
from UC praise party, not
Yes,
that.
from UC. You weren't at UC?
I was at UC, but they
Norman didn't have.
they also pulled them from the auditorium, and it was super awkward watching every other campus have. Yeah, it was like, all right, guys. There was nothing. It was like we saw. Yeah, so I thought you said JV pulled them from then.
No. The ones that were used in the lobby
I had
today.
sparklers. Why didn't I bring them? Sorry.
Yeah, sparklers to eat.
That's
Sparklers.
Well, they burned 6 kids.
Would that,
It's
I
better than
think
last
that would be okay with like.
No.
Sparklers? Like the idea
Yes,
of like
let's give the
birthday,
children.
is that like as a whole church, would we be wanting that? Would that be okay to do any kids?
Let me
It's not like the language.
let me
we
take
use, like for, I just like.
If all the kids were wearing birthday hats whenever they left.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh,
I honestly think like as soon as they
Instead
could,
of
they get
calling
decked out
it
for
anniversary
the party,
it's a hat and the kids come, and we call it a 10-year birthday.
Birthday.
Or anniversary.
And a birthday?
And a birthday.
Yeah, like the Quest Animals birthday party.
And not
And
as every
take more of a birthday party route as far as celebrating.
What about if we had a birthday dance? So we don't have the thing.
I think the anniversary theming is it silver? What is it?
It's silver and black.
And I
Silver
want one
black,
of those
But I
right
would say
now.
we do the blue, orange, green, you know, like
Yeah.
our theme color.
I think we have
Birthday cake.
Oh,
So the whole day, it's still like, we're still
There we
teaching
go.
about Jesus. There's still eager time. There's
No,
still videos.
no, Jesus! We don't share Jesus with a passion every week.
Like a 10, 15 minute
I'm gonna send you a video
Hey,
that
you don't need that long.
ever to make.
Okay. What? I was just
Can we
talking
have
to
pony- can we
Charlotte.
have, like,
I missed
pony
something,
rides?
Charlotte.
Is that a birthday cake?
Mechanical bull.
You as a
Oh.
Mechanical ponies.
Mechanical ponies?
Mechanical
That would be a
ponies,
great
mechanical
one.
ponies.
Did you say we
I'll be in
Everybody wants a
Kingston by-
pony.
I'll be in Kingston during the anniversary.
What are we doing?
Have you seen those things at the mall though?
I'm
They're like
Hello.
ponies and kids can ride them at
Hello.
malls.
Really?
They're like toys,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
they
yeah.
like as you kind of bounce back and forth. Exactly.
Yeah.
Is there something we can do to make it fun for our safari kids too for this? I just think.
Birthday diapers! Birthday diapers!
We always have like fun things for
What if they have
It'd
like?
be cute if we had a little bit.
Roller pops.
Or
So
even
it
like
comes
a
out.
We
so
can make a
cool.
coloring
Like,
video with
celebrate
Pastor
it.
Stephen
Like-
on it.
Coloring book?
Yeah, coloring book.
I think all pages.
Happy birthday,
Like,
Pastor.
but like, but just like, you know how kids go home and they have the Teens Who Love sticker, the parents notice, like, even if it was just like, today we celebrated 10 years.
They
Like,
pay $2
I
for
don't
their
know.
Oh, we can get birthday party onesies.
That would be adorable. Like little onesies.
10-year
for
anniversary
all the-
onesies.
Oh, that's
That,
Not enough time, but.
It's really $1.
That's cute.
Money is no object, Courtney.
$1 bajillion.
Courtney, you can do it. Just put your back into
We
it.
get so out of
It's not
control.
like
Yeah.
money anymore.
We move it from the
Here,
fishbowl.
overtime.
We only have all day.
What else? What else do we need, Jess? Are we good?
No, we gotta talk about the background checks, the
yeah.
background checks.
Yeah, we can talk about the background checks. We didn't make any progress with you whatsoever, did we? With that.
I give you birthday cake,
Let's do that.
Courtney.
Let's do that,
Yeah, that's a
We're
good
still in the brainstorming phase. I
Okay,
think it's
I like
cool.
Can we have a birthday
If
dance?
we go with the birthday party theme, I think that it's okay to give campuses a little bit of leeway as far as how they want to decorate and stuff.
Yeah. Give us leeway
Yeah,
and,
buy your own stuff.
and give us money. Leeway and money.
All right, Sarah, take it
All right.
away.
Guys, I love background checks.
Me too.
They make our campuses so safe and they make our kids so safe and they're really important. And I learned yesterday that there was a lot of things I didn't really understand about background checks. And I was also a little convicted of not giving them the priority that they really need to have. And so I didn't know if any of you were also like me and there were some things that you didn't quite understand. So what I did was I printed out giant reports for everyone. I'm gonna get one so you can look at it. I didn't spend time divvying them out by campus, so everyone is just getting one big one with everyone on it because I don't have time. So
Hope I can read
yeah,
it.
pass some around this way. I'll pass some around that way.
I bet you have the same person, Rasheen.
Can you what?
Who every week I give him a background check, and every week we turn in the data. But I bet you Rasheen is on that list.
So why don't you just some of you?
Yeah,
Some
why
of
don't you
you
do
are
yourself?
really, really
It's so
awesome.
easy.
Do it and then just go.
It's so
Some of
easy.
you are really awesome, like TJ, who I'm pretty sure has 2 on her report right
Wait,
now, and now
I don't think I have any on mine either.
So they're all under the age of 18, but you should still be acknowledged. Then there are some of you, there's one of you who has one that's 546 days overdue.
Is that me?
Corbin.
This dude's a duplicate. I put in tickets to try to get his
Okay.
stuff merged.
Here's the thing, like you either have a
Prove
big-
it. I know. Prove it.
So that they need to have a stop report then installed. They shouldn't be, if they're showing up, so look through that, and if they're showing up on that
Yeah.
list, then I don't know why I'm standing up, because I feel like I can't.
I like it. Take the story.
Take a stand.
I am
you.
really
Oh,
angry, not angry, I'm passionate about
And angry.
these things and angry about these things getting figured out. And like, I've just not done a good job of looking at this. And if you look out to the left here, there's this lovely little extra column with notes. And if it says need eKids director to review and approve, that's not going to be cleared until you go into F1
Yep.
and look at the charges that they have and figure out if they can continue to serve in eKids. Now, there's 2 different kinds of background checks. Does everyone know the 2 different kinds of background checks?
Yeah.
Give me a thumbs up if you know what they are.
I can't remember, so just
Okay,
review.
so there's a regular one, and if something suspicious comes back on that, then you have to run a
Statewide.
statewide,
Yep,
which
I knew
takes
that.
longer. For the statewide, you as the eKids director have to go in and
Yeah.
approve it for them to continue to serve and for them not to be flagged.
Yeah.
We should be at a place, the red ones mean that they've been on the list for more than a month, so if they're red on here, it's because, when we got a list in December, they were on there then too, and it hasn't been addressed. And I know it was Christmas, and it's crazy, but this is really important. So our goal should be every time this comes out, there's nothing red on there.
Yeah.
So sometimes they'll show up on here because it's expired.
Boo,
Expires every
Lou,
3 years.
Nikki Scheidel is on here.
I know.
So here's the thing. I had an issue as well in October, November, December, where I was giving background checks to data people or to Shantana or to Ray. Ray actually lost a couple and filled out background checks. So Kathy and Ben Buchanan, your socials are out there, sorry. So I do them myself. As I'm talking to people, I've talked with finance, aka my mother. And it's okay. If a person is comfortable with it, I wouldn't necessarily be, but I have people who are like, oh yeah, I'll fill it out right now and I'll scan it to you. I will fax it to you. I learned how to use the fax machine yesterday.
All right.
So they can do that, and then those background checks get turned in to the finance department.
Yeah.
I think it's so much better for me to do it myself. I'm handling the data.
Yeah.
I know when it's done, and then I turn them into finance.
That's right.
If you need to learn how to do it, I will teach you. But we got to get this cleared up. Like, this is way too important. I have one volunteer.
Preach!
He's been serving in eKids at Uptown since before I was there. Like, he was there when Kevin was there.
Sorry.
And his Jeremy, your background check is not clear. And he has been a motion eager leader, and he's awesome. His background check expired, and I thought I had done everything, but I didn't see these little notes over here. Didn't realize I needed to go check statewide. He's got stuff on his record that has happened in the past 3 years, and I have to go have a conversation with him. But he's like, his background check has been on there for almost, I think, 100 days, over 100 days, because I didn't understand the data that I was looking at. And it really sucks that now I have to go have that conversation. There's another volunteer who came through E101 and his statewide didn't clear. He's already been serving for, I think, 2 months, and now I have to go tell him, sorry, you can't serve anymore because I wasn't on top of my crap. So
How do we get these?
this is what Shantana is
sends to you the first week of every month. I have this updated one because my mom sent it to me. I can go ahead and send it to y'all if you want it, and don't
Can
wait
you
for
send us the
Shantana.
report so we can do it ourselves?
That's something that my mom does. I don't have the report. I can ask.
I think it'd be better for us to, like, I know we talked about this before, I'm just saying this for the group, right? Like, it'd be better for us to know who's gonna expire in February and start doing that now,
That's right.
instead of waiting until they run out and then being like, well, crap, or
Right. Well, it's not gonna be overdue. Once they expire, the ones that are white on there, those are the ones that have just expired. If it's just expired, like, and you get it taken care of before the next one, fine. But just, that would be something for us to talk about, is if we wanna be proactive and get them
I'm good
before
with
they
being
expire.
proactive, but before we be proactive, we gotta fix this.
Yes,
Yeah.
so
And then we can be like, hey, we're on top of our crap now. Let's get
That's right.
ahead of the game.
I would love for our goal when we come back in, not in 2 weeks, but in the next month, we'll have a new report. And for us, it to be completely white, there shouldn't be any red.
No more red.
Yeah.
No more red. Except Sarah's hair. Okay. shh. How can we? Can we see an updated one in 2 weeks?
Yes, I'll talk to Joe about it.
Okay. Can you bring?
I'll talk
This
to
is
my mom.
fabulous, Sarah. This is just so fabulous.
And
I
like,
love
this is literally like what we get from Shantana.
Yeah.
But Shantana she's the messenger. It comes from my mom to Shantana and Frank to us.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if you can,
I know.
let's work really hard.
Also,
okay?
I'm gonna clarify one thing. If you have staff members that aren't EKID staff members serving in your ministry, I was told they didn't need to have an additional background check. Talked with Frank yesterday. If Cassie Buchanan, she serves in EKIDS at Uptown, she still has to have an EKIDS background check run, even though she has a staff one. So Kristen Milmore is on there because she has to have a staff background, or an EKIDS background
know
check.
that.
It's because they're two different systems. They're two
Gotcha.
different reports.
Okay, so so we're coming out of this meeting, I know we talked about a whole bunch of stuff, the two things you need to focus on, addressing your e-group situation,
Yeah.
e-group number situation, and working on these, okay? So let's meet, we're gonna be back in 2 weeks, we're gonna have made significant progress in both of these areas. Sarah's gonna bring these exact thing, I love the big card stock, I love it all on here. You're gonna bring this again, this is gonna be cut in half, because all that red is gonna be gone.
If you, again, like, if you want help learning how to do this, or like running your own background checks, let me know.
So get with Sarah if you need help with that. Get with me if you need to do some strategy with e-groups. We're done 2 minutes before you gotta go.
Yeah, look at that.
Let's go.
All right.
Charlotte, did you say that you had somebody here to grab your book?
Do you wanna meet today?
I'm sorry. I'll stuff gets mailed out to you weekly though, right?
Yeah.
1:30.
I'll give it to Cassie and then she'll mail it to you.
Can you send me an invite?
Sarah, could you send this to Molly wrote up?
No, I did not. It's supposed to come out.
I'll let her,
Everyone, but I can
I'll
give
let
it to
Jessica
her.
know. I would let Jessica know anything like that. And she'll be able to stock it. Key fobs or key tags for Charlotte for GTA.
She gotta get with Ray.
Oh, Ray. Can you get with Ray?
Ray.
And then just have him send it to
Ray is the one who gets all those out. They all have to come through him.
you. Okay.
I did.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Bye.
We're going to Bob's birthday lunch right now.
Okay, cool.
So I should be back by 1:30.
12 volunteers.
Game.
Not 12.
Thanks for letting me.
And so you can do like.
So I will be off the,
I just like, I couldn't get it. I couldn't sit anymore.
anniversary weekend. I'll be in Cancun
Thank
tomorrow.
you.
Bye, Brendan. I'm like, I can't choose the